Is this a lot of pressure to feel like you are this iconic couple to people and they look up to you?
I wouldn't wish this on nobody.
The upcoming episode of Love and Hip Hop Atlanta is shaping up to be quite a disaster, girl. According to sources, Kirk is ready to leave Rasheeda for Jasmine and has already handed her divorce papers. But wait, Rasheeda isn't willing to sign them. She is now facing serious threats from Kirk, who claims he will take drastic steps if she refuses to sign the documents. Things are definitely about to get messy. As a result, the marriage between Kirk and Rasheeda has been a complete failure. The episode clearly shows this dynamic, with Rasheeda trying to stand by Kirk in an effort to keep her family intact, despite his infidelity being a major issue in their relationship. This time, Kirk has taken things further by proposing to Jasmine, saying he is ready to marry her as soon as Rasheeda signs the divorce papers, all while sending her divorce notices. For those who aren't aware, Kirk and Rasheeda have been married for nearly 20 years. If you're a fan of Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, you already know that Kirk's cheating has been the main source of trouble in their marriage. Kirk previously accused Rasheeda of being unfaithful and even questioned whether their first child was his during the second season, which led to a heated argument. After a paternity test, it was confirmed that Kirk was the father. Later in the series, Rasheeda admitted to her own infidelity.
In order to move forward.
Nobody is perfect and relationships have issues. But y'all also got to understand forgiveness too. And that's what I have learned to understand. Because we've had to forgive each other. I ain't always been perfect in my marriage. We've had dishonesty from both sides of us in this marriage. We've had infidelity from both sides of us.
Since Rasheeda confessed to cheating on Kirk, it seems Kirk feels he's now free to cheat on her without consequence. As we all recall, he had multiple affairs while Rasheeda stayed at home. With all the drama, many thought Rasheeda would leave the marriage. However, instead of moving on, she became pregnant with their second child. There are even rumors that she got pregnant to save the marriage. In an interview with Essence, she was asked about her marriage and how she manages to forgive Kirk for his infidelities. A lot of the time, people who talk about that could never be in my shoes, she responded. Many women haven't been in a relationship for 20 years, much less 5 minutes. So you can't judge the decisions I make. Ultimately, it's my life, and I don't let others' opinions affect it. I just prayed and followed my heart. Also, if no one finds my Instagram interesting, please unfollow me or stop commenting. I'm not here to tell you what to do, but I handle things my way. Our marriage has lasted partly because he has completely changed. I went through a very tough and intense time with him, and it was not easy for me. Aside from his affairs with Rasheeda, Kirk was also involved with Jasmine, who became pregnant with his child. Kirk denied this for months, making the situation even worse. As you may know, Rasheeda is determined to keep her family intact, so divorce was never an option, even after a DNA test revealed that Kirk was the father of Jasmine's child. This caused major tension in his marriage. Eventually, Rasheeda decided to forgive him. A few weeks ago, the three of them, Rasheeda, Jasmine, and Kirk, met to discuss how they would co-parent Jasmine's son, Cannon. Here's what went down.
Do you realize you didn't even attend Cannon's last birthday because where were you at?
That's the same party that I helped pay for and pay for the gifts, correct?
When we was in mediation, do you even remember what we agreed on? Yeah, you don't know because you don't.
No, I'm not.
So the agreement was that you get Cannon the third weekend of every month. Do you do that?
No, we didn't really agree to that because the last
It's signed on paper.
This is what I just want to say. It's not gonna ever be exactly what you want it to be. But
I
one
get
thing
that
you
now.
ain't gonna ever have to question or worry about is that boy getting the love and the same treatment as all the other kids when he's around.
I'll be honest, Kirk comes across as a total deadbeat and seems to be a serial cheater. He hasn't been portrayed this way, likely because Rasheeda doesn't want to expose it. But it doesn't end there. Kirk's own comments hint that he and Jasmine are still involved, implying their relationship is ongoing.
I told you, you can call me anytime. When you need me, call me.
Now that you say that, I'm gonna take your word for it. We'll see.
So if I pick him up from your house and I come to your door, you're gonna be fully dressed or you're gonna be how you normally be?
How do I normally be?
You came to the door a few times in your birthday suit. You don't
Are
think
you
that's happened?
kidding me?
So that's never happened?
Oh, you making up now.
I don't know what you trying to do, what you trying to pull, but it's okay. Cause listen, I don't erase no message.
And I'm not saying it like
I'm
I...
out.
Jasmine revealed that she didn't delete any messages, so it didn't take long for her to spill the tea on Kirk. She also addressed his claim that she would show up at his door acting flirty, responding to his earlier accusations that she would unexpectedly appear.
Here we go with the book.
I can't believe this. What the is going on right now? She just pull up at your event like
I
nothing.
don't even-
Your event.
I ain't even gonna do this. I swear to God, I wasn't gonna out him nothing. I'm doing this because he tried to say that I come to the door in my birthdays, and that is never the case. But since you want to go there, let's go there. You want to make me look crazy by your lies, I'm gonna make you look crazy by my truth. So that's all it is for me. Like, you took it there, and now let's go there.
Well, you're here, so are you going to address the situation or not?
I don't feel like I owe her that. It's not my job.
Well, then I'm going to go talk to Rasheeda and show her the receipts. Let me see your phone again.
You want to see my phone again?
Yes. One more time.
The same message as the other day.
Jasmine just pulled up. She has some receipts that Kirk is trying to get with her, and yeah,
What does she have?
I screenshotted it.
Can I see it? Because this is weird.
Yes. I don't see it. I mean, what's the tea in it?
Now, one thing about me, y'all know, through the public scene, I don't like people trying to come in and play around with peace. Like, you want to send over to send to do this. Like, we wrong.
Rasheeda has now decided to stay away from public events. She recently had a private meeting with Kirk and Jasmine to discuss the screenshots, and that's how things unfolded.
I don't have nothing to say to that lady. I don't.
She don't technically owe her. She didn't take a bow. You came to the party, so if you come to the party...
Who comes to a party and says like that?
No, but why come at all?
I'm here tonight because I was invited. The easiest way to get rid of me is to tell the truth. I wasn't even going to do it.
I won't sugarcoat it. Kirk seemed to feel free to do whatever he wanted after Rasheeda admitted that their marriage had been marred by infidelity, especially since he himself had been cheated on. A few weeks ago, rumors began circulating that Rasheeda was expecting her second child. As expected, Jasmine is pregnant with her second child, and Kirk is the father. Among those shocked by this news, Rasheeda was especially taken aback. She had really hoped Kirk would be a better man and leave Jasmine behind. But what did she expect? Since they already had a child together, Jasmine would always be a part of Kirk's life. Rasheeda was faced with a difficult decision: either stay with Kirk or end the marriage, regardless of what happens with Jasmine. In the end, she chose to stay. To make things worse, Kirk isn't taking responsibility for his actions. Instead of admitting his mistakes, he's trying to play the victim, telling anyone who'll listen that he's been unhappy in his marriage for a long time. He's framing his relationship with Jasmine as an escape from the problems he faced with Rasheeda. But let's be real, this is just his way of avoiding accountability. According to sources, Kirk has instructed his legal team to file for Rasheeda's divorce because he's ready to move on. And that's not all. Once Rasheeda signs the divorce papers, he plans to propose to Jasmine. Rasheeda is reportedly hesitant to sign, as she values keeping the family together over her own happiness. While I understand her desire to maintain her family, it just doesn't make sense at this point. Kirk has shown a blatant disregard for her from the beginning. He cheated on her while they were still married, had a child with Jasmine, and then proposed to Jasmine while still married to Rasheeda. That's the ultimate betrayal. Sources claim that Kirk has also been using harsh language with Rasheeda, threatening to do things she never expected him to do until she signs the divorce papers. According to sources, Rasheeda had hoped they could work things out, but she's now seeking advice from her legal team on how to handle the situation. It's also revealed that Rasheeda may intentionally delay filing for divorce as a form of revenge against Kirk for everything he's done to her. Moreover, as we all know, Kirk would never marry Jasmine until his divorce from Rasheeda is finalized. I now strongly believe that Kirk's real motive for wanting a divorce is to avoid shame and to start a committed relationship with Jasmine. He claimed he was tired of his marriage and needed to make it appear that way. Furthermore, given his track record as a frequent cheater and the fact that not everyone has the same resilience as Rasheeda, I don't believe Kirk and Jasmine's relationship will last long, even if Rasheeda files for divorce. When Rasheeda shared that Kirk was pressuring her to sign the divorce papers, many people were happy to see that she was finally choosing to prioritize herself. For over 20 years, Rasheeda has supported this marriage. It's about time she does what's best for her. She seems to have been carrying the weight of the relationship alone. It's time for Kirk to pack his bags and leave. Rasheeda, you are loved. She needs to let him go and focus on herself. I can understand why some people might hesitate to divorce for financial or family reasons, though they've built a life together at this point. I've heard that Kirk actually wants to be on his own, but Rasheeda keeps forgiving him. What do you think? Did Kirk truly plan to marry Jasmine, or is he just using her as a way out of his marriage with Rasheeda? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more juicy updates right here on Iconic Insights, where we bring you all the iconic news you can't miss.